You want to do something else? Mm-hmm. This is old but gold. I have no idea why this is on here. This is like a story from 5 years ago. Just bring up that Wikipedia article. You know, do you know about this guy?
Wrong guy interviewed by the BBC. I think I do. He was the taxi driver, was he not? Who was waiting to pick someone up.
He's there for a job interview.
He's there for a job interview.
You must be thinking of the right thing.
And there was a general, or there was something like that was meant to be being interviewed.
A tech guy. Yeah. Open up the YouTube link. It's so good.
Yeah, no, this is a classic. This one's been, like you say, it's an oldie but goldie. This one's been around for a long time.
I don't know how this came. Oh, you know how this probably came up? Just pause this a second. It probably came. YouTube's algorithm does some weird things sometimes where you just be like browsing on the homepage and it'll be like, hey there, you want to watch this video from 5 years ago that's got 15 million views?
And you're like, you know what? Yes, I do.
Yeah. It's like, I've not watched any TV bloopers before, but okay. Like the other day there was one, I was just browsing and it was like, do you want to watch a dude speed read Michael Jackson's Bad? And I was like,
wow.
Yeah, I guess I do. And it was pretty incredible.
You know, speed reading, I've got a bit of a conjecture with speed reading because there comes a point where it's no longer reading and it's just no,
they have to be distinguishable when slowed down. That's how they rank it.
Oh, okay.
So they'll slow down the video because if you're just doing that, then you're not really competing. Yeah.
I'm better, really, really bad.
But this guy, you could slow it down. Not this guy. This is was like interviewed on the BBC. Just skip ahead because I think this is an annoying video where they like show like the stupid text on screen. But just skip ahead to when he's actually doing it. Yeah, here we go. Let's play that.
Hang on,
actually, if you can go everywhere, you're gonna see a lot of people downloading to the internet and the website everything they want.
I think we should give some context here. So the point is, he's been brought in the place of a professional, and the thing I love about this video the most is that he owns it. He says, "Right, I'm here for. I've obviously been taken incorrectly, but I'm not going to look like an idiot and tell them that they've got the wrong guy. I'm just going to give my knowledge. I'm just going to keep going and give my answers to their questions, even if I have zero."
But, dude, I mean,
knowledge.
At what point aren't you like, what? I'm here for. He was like not here for a presenting job. He was not here to be like on-air talent at the BBC. Isn't there a point where they're like putting makeup on you and calling you someone else's name and putting a lav mic on the lapel of your jacket there, and they're getting you in front they're sitting you down in a studio?
Well, you see,
aren't you going to be at some point like, hey?
No. I don't know. I think
I'm just going to go along with it because you're nervous.
I think I'd ride the wave.
Be like, I guess this is part of the interview process. I don't know, like
it is the BBC, you know. So it's like maybe they want to see how you perform on TV. Maybe they record their interviews.
That's like going for an interview with. The example would be the BBC.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Going for an interview with the BBC and being like, well, we just need to check that if there's an emergency, you can present the news. Yes, you are here for a janitorial position, but there could be an emergency, and you might have to do this. So no. I don't think that's what happens. And I think this guy's just a bit of an idiot.
I think he's got charisma.
He doesn't have any charisma. Like,
look at him.
He's sweating and barely talks.
He owns the interview.
Anyone could make up something better. He's talking about the internet. He's like, yeah, people will be using the internet to download things. And it's like, dude. But the interviewer does a good job of being like, okay, let's just carry on.
Something's obviously wrong.
Yeah, just let's have a little bit more.
I think it's much better for the development and to improve people what they want and to get on the easy way and so fast.
And he is sweating bullets.
Well, you would
just let the interviewer speak.
You would be, wouldn't you?
Let the interviewer speak.
The way the music industry is progressing now, that people want to go onto the website and download.
He just looks so uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
100%. There's no doubt in my mind that people want to be downloading that music. What I liked reading about after this is a Wikipedia page devoted to this gaff. The guy who he's supposed to be, who they confused him with, a chap called something Cooney. This is a nice quote from somewhere I've forgotten to credit, but I'm just going to read it. Maybe it's straight from Wikipedia. Cooney initially did not take the mix-up well and wrote a response on his blog, News Wireless, in which he commented, and the fact that a few 100,000 people in the world are now under the impression that I'm an ignoramus who knows nothing about technology or Apple or iPods and has a very poor command of English. Well, that's not the Beeb's problem, is it? After all, is a journalist going to sue the BBC and get blacklisted? Of course not. And I'm like, that's pretty dark. dark. I think that's a little bit conspiratorial. Like,
But if he spends his days on the internet, he's full of conspiracy theories. So
I think that this guy... I don't think the BBC are going to blacklist you because they made a mistake and you're suing them for loss of reputation or whatever. I don't think you'd win, but BBC might settle. But they're not going to blacklist you, are they? Is the world really so petty?
yes.
Okay, I doubt it.
Yes, it is.
Loads of the other one, just on news gaffes, because, you know, who doesn't love a bit of Schadenfreude? Load up the next one.
This one?
No, the one above it.
This one here.
Yeah, the next one in the list, Sam.
Yeah. I don't do lists. Right.
This is classic. Again, BBC.
Oh, amazing.
You
Yeah,
know this one,
yeah,
right?
of course.
Everyone knows this one. And the kids just come running in. Although, the one thing I wonder...
So for those listening...
This is the famous clip of him. It's the dude doing an interview on the BBC about, I think it's the North-South Korean relations. And he's clearly like Skyping into the BBC newsroom. And his daughter runs in and just starts dancing around. And he's like, well, play the video.
A baby's come in a little baby walker.
Relations with the North may change. I would be surprised.
Also, okay, so anyway, people have seen this, but the kids come in, the baby... This is so
then
good.
a nanny comes in.
No, it's his wife.
Is it his wife comes in full pace, trying to pull him out the room?
I love the revisiting these things because they are so funny years later. I'm wondering, why are the books on the bed, though? This is one thing I wonder about this video. Like, why are the books on the bed?
Is it a bed or is it a poof? Is
it could be like a couch or
like
something.
A couch or something.
Oh, that would make more sense.
But I saw Dara O'Brien, the comedian, put an amazing tweet up the other day saying, because this dude was doing another talk about controlling the population.
This same dude,
same guy.
Did it happen again?
Same room. No, it didn't happen again. But Dara O'Brien amazingly tweeted, does anyone else trust this guy to control the population?
He probably put a lock on the door this time. And then finally, just go back to the Google Doc and let's bring up the last one. This is much more recent. I heard about this on the H3 podcast and I was crying laughing. And it's so like, just pause it a sec. Just pause it. So this is like a clip of a policewoman, a news clip of a policewoman who's died, and they have a name on screen, and like, I would say, I mean, Deirdre is the first name, obviously, and then I guess it's like a German name, so like, but Mengadot maybe? Deirdre Mengadot?
Mengadot.
Who knows?
Mengadot.
American though, obviously. Just play it and see how this woman pronounces it. Do you know this, by the way?
No, I've never seen this. Oh,
Goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Megadoo-doo.
No.
D.D. Mega
Really?
D.D. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, pretty bad,
That's
right?
terrible.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
It's like, but you're pronouncing the name of a woman. They're like talking about her
died.
memorial. Yeah. It's got to go to D.D. Mega D.D.'s memorial.
She obviously just like sat there afterwards and went, oh no.
I wish
this is the end of my career.
It wasn't the end of her career, is an honest mistake. But it's pretty embarrassing. And also, this is the only clip of this exists because I guess someone just like zapped back their TiVo or whatever to get it. But I'm like, I want more of her face after she said it, and we didn't get that.
No. Did you see? You probably didn't. You know, there's the two Jimmys, Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel.
Of course.
Jimmy Fallon recently had there's someone who is like a very famous drag queen. I can't remember their name, but he said, and so when dressing up as a drag queen or like, I've never had a drag queen on the show before, and you can see that the guy goes, drag queen, and you can see Jimmy Fallon's face just goes, oh no, what have I said? What have I said? Is this the end of my career? Like, is this it done? And then the drag queen goes, I am the queen of drag. You can just see his face just suddenly recover, like all the color come back. He had a moment of pure, beautiful panic.
What have I done?
What have I done?